Police rushed to the scene of a local bank hit by a brazen robber this morning. And good afternoon, everybody. I'm Keith Coombs. We begin with a developing story. North Brantford police are investigating a bank holdup that went down this morning. As I said, happened at the First Niagara Bank on busy Foxon Road. News 8's Allie Reed standing by live with more on what happened there. Allie?
Good afternoon, Keith. Police saying the suspect they believe robbed this bank just before 10 o'clock this morning is still at large. They're describing him as being a white male in his mid-20s, 5 feet 5 inches tall. They say just before 10 a.m. he came into this First Niagara Bank here in North Brantford, robbed the bank, made out with some cash. They're not saying just how much. They said he then fled behind the bank where there is a large apartment complex. They say when he robbed the bank, he was wearing a surgical mask, gray hooded sweatshirt, and a Knicks knit hat. They say they found all of these pieces of clothing just behind the bank. They say that they believe the canines tracked that. They believe that he left the clothes behind, hopped in a car, and took off. Earlier this morning, they were focusing their search in the apartment complex behind the bank, but they now say they don't believe he is here. They believe he is somewhere else in this community. Now, there is a daycare center across the street. They have been on lockdown since about 10:15 this morning. That's when police came over, told them what was happening. They went on lockdown. Police also saying that the high school and intermediate school here are on what police call a soft lockdown, meaning that parents are aware of the situation. The school is aware of the situation, but the classrooms are not locked, and parents are being asked not to go get your children at school, but rather this is just informative to let them know this is happening in the community. Here's what police had to say about that.
Just as a precautionary effort, the town of North Brantford and the police department standard operating procedures are to notify any places where children are, being looked after, just to make them aware of the presence that there was a serious or major crime going on in the town, and basically just to keep them updated so they're fully aware. They can take whatever precautions necessary to keep the children safe.
Police say that they are going over the surveillance tape from inside the bank to see if they can identify the suspect, but they say it is hard because he was wearing a surgical mask and a hat, a Giants football hat at the time, so they are having a very hard time trying to figure out who that suspect is. But State Major Crimes Unit is on its way here to help police and the K-9 unit investigate. They tell you that if you do live in the community, just to be aware this is going on, and if you see anything suspicious, to contact police. Reporting live in North Brantford, Allie Reed, News 8.